What you talking?
Oh.
Make me make that noise. Speaking of which, this thing is acting crazy.
Hey, yo, Pops TV was going on. Oh yeah, Popsy, I saw that video of you, like, yo, the Buns of Basketball joint. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know. I was
waiting for that.
And who is Famous? Well, I'll say no Famo.
All I heard is something about noises being made. I don't know.
No, that's that. You gotta put some stuff on that. Like, all right, cool.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary,
let's
criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Geologic,
all the sinning you're doing in your mind.
M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own
You don't have
opinion.
to remind me, yes, they don't
Furthermore, listen carefully to the Ranters rant and debate
we don't have a gym.
opinions and form your own conclusion.
You want me to add you where?
Thank you for watching this member-supported program powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network.
No, fuck that. Since you can't come up with one, that's your shit now. It's adverts. Like, yo, that's it. I'm not trying to hear
I have my other one for Twitch, but that's all good.
Nah, then use that. Shit. What the stop, please.
All right, sure. It's ADV in the spot Advis. What's good?
Yay!
Yeah. You take that everywhere you go, and
all right,
yeah.
For one thing, you take it everywhere you go.
All right. There it is. Now we all have one now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So guys, listen, before we start, before we start this very interesting episode, because like Steph, I'm gonna let you take it after this. I just want to say something real quick. The views and opinions of those of Stephanie Gale, Adviz, Famous Ramos, and Lyrics are the opinions of Stephanie Gale, Adviz, Famous Ramos, and Lyrics. And therefore, we are still your friends. This is just how we think about the topic of discussion today. So please don't attack us. Please don't attack us. I don't know how good that shit is going to work, but don't attack us. All right, so without further ado, let the fuckery commence. Woo! Steph, I'll leave it to you.
So yeah, I gotta find my notes. I don't have my notes right now. I'm gonna have to look later. As we told you all last week, this episode of RanDumb Thoughtz will pertain to the subject of religion. So let me just start off by saying that I am agnostic. For those that don't know what an agnostic is, I'm not an atheist. Okay, they are not the same thing. An agnostic is someone who holds out the possibility that there is a divine being that exists. I believe there's a divine being that exists. I just don't believe that that divine being is in the pages of the Bible. Let's just start by that. And I think with all of us, we all have a background. Huh? I know, I'm going in hot.
What up, Illuminate?
So I think I can speak for all of us. We all have us being people of color. We all have a background in religion. I think we all come from very religious backgrounds. I personally was raised in a Baptist background, and then later on an AME background. AME is African Methodist Episcopal, which is very similar. Hey, what's up, Shu?
Here's Quest. What up, Quest?
Yeah, I think it's Eric's mic again.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna get a different microphone, right?
All right.
But yeah,
Yo,
I come from
what up, baby?
I come from huh?
No, so soon. Yo, so soon. What's up?
So as I was saying, I come from a Christian background, Baptist initially, and then later on, my mom joined an AME church. African Methodist Episcopal is what it stands for, and they're very similar. Only real difference is AME. I think there's more singing. The structure of the church is different. Episcopal churches are a little more. They're very, very. I don't want to say strict, but it's very structured. So the pastor that you get, like in Baptist churches, you get a pastor. That pastor has pretty much a lifelong tenure, and they serve until they either retire or they pass away or no longer can fill the role of being a pastor. AME, the pastor that you have is voted into that church every year. So if that person, if the presiding structure, I'll say structure, if the presiding structure decides that pastor needs to move to another church, then that pastor moves to another church, and you'll get a new pastor in place. So that's the only real difference between the two. But like I said, I grew up in that environment. I grew up in church. However, being the heathen that I am, now honestly, like I'm very logical, and reading the Bible and studying it, growing up, I realized there were a lot of double standards, a lot of contradictions, and things that I just did not agree with when it came to what was laid out on the pages of that particular book. I began to question it, and I think that's perfectly fine to question the books that you read, any book that you read. So, but that book in particular, I had a lot of questions. A lot of things didn't sit well with me. So, I am no longer Christian, essentially. So, I just wanted you to know my background. I know Aviz, I don't know if you want to talk about your background and how you came up and what your foundation is personally.
Hold on a second. I got a comment from Illuminous. Sorry about that.
What'd you say?
Most of us are heathens according to the old school gospel. LOL. Yeah,
for sure.
And so soon said, "I know you're not on these Instagram questioning the Lord's Bible stuff."
Yes, I am. Yes, I am on.
So
yes,
soon?
I am on these Instagrams questioning the Lord and His text.
Hey, yo, so soon. Welcome to RanDumb Thoughtz. We question whatever we want to question here.
Nah, that's
I'm being serious. Like, yo, I gotta back up my people. So I'm like, yo, we question everything.
Nah, that's the
we
homie.
cross the line on everything. Like, welcome to the madness. Welcome to the fuckery.
Nah. So soon is the homie. That's my guy.
So soon cool, dude. Pause. Yeah. I said fuck with him. Pause.
Yeah, I know.
Steph, no, I'm joking. Oh, all right.
Do I sound all right now? Do I sound all right now with this mic?
Yeah. Oh, Eric, use those headphones from now on if you can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if anyone else wants to chime. I know where everyone else stands because these are my people.
I think we should all state where we come from, because then that would give people context of where we're going.
Yeah.
So
right, and why we feel the way we feel.
Yeah.
I got y'all. So he said, don't forget to hold us down on YouTube. Yeah, I'm right here. Don't worry, I got you.
I'm in here too.
Yeah, we
Well,
in here. We in here.
Wait, we got a couple of comments here. Faye said that's why we love y'all. Hey, yo, it's all love, Faye. You know what it is. So Sue said, I had a very similar upbringing. College gave me the knowledge to understand that the mythology is inconsistent.
Word.
And Illuminus said, so soon as fam. Like, nah, I'm just messing with him, man. But I gotta let him know. Like, it seemed like it may be his first time. I'm not sure, but I gotta give him the rule, the golden rule, the random thoughts. We are line crossers. Number one rule: you have to cross the line somewhere.
Yeah, and on YouTube, if you're watching from YouTube, yes, the warning has already been put up there. So, you know, whatever opinions are out here are our opinions, and don't reflect the entire show. And it's, you know, this is a show about opinions. There's some facts sprinkled in there, and there will be in this episode. It'll be no different.
If you feel offended, you could come over here and express your views and opinions. And if I laugh at them, I'm just letting you know I'm more likely I'm gonna laugh at them. So like, that's about it. So that's. I literally go into my
before we
start and fuck around.
All right, I got on the YouTube comments then. Since we doing comments real quick before we jump back in. So we got Kennedy Williams over here on YouTube saying the warning already. As well as we got Redemption Song 76 over in here, just saying what's up. As well as Kennedy, I think it's Kennedy, ended up saying, I guess I'm agnostic. Don't believe it either, and I'm damn sure agnostic when it comes to these hoes. I don't believe them.
Kennedy, man, you my dog, son. Like I fucks with Kennedy, B. Like you're a real rat, man. There will be some cussing in this episode too. So because we're not in church, so if you're ready for the cussing, I don't know what to tell you. Like we gonna cuss.
Yo, Kennedy said I park where it says clergy.
Yo. And then
this is a real habitual line stepper, right?
Man.
Yeah, that's what I said. I fucks with Kennedy, B. Like, yo, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And then what else?
Slip proof, what up? Oh, that's Laura. Laura, what's going on?
Redemption ended up saying too, respectfully agreed to disagree with some up shit sprinkled in there. So respectfully agree to disagree. We're gonna have that happen.
Hey yo, Avis.
It's Kennedy. My bad. Yeah, Kennedy. I said Kennedy. I didn't say Kennedy.
No, you said Kennedy. One of y'all said Kennedy.
You did say Kennedy initially. But
my bad. God, all right. Y'all telling me I need glasses? Now I can't read either. All right, for sure. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, let me throw on these Malcolm X frames real quick.
Yo, you know, she gonna get real revolutionary on y'all motherfuckers, man. Like, let me tell you, I got steps back regardless. But if she get revolutionary on y'all, man, I'm just letting you know. I gotta have my people back, man. Yo, I gotta be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? It's still all love though. You know what I mean? Yep. But hey. I
gotta send a special shout out to the bestie out here. Laura, that would be Slip Proof.
Slip Proof.
Homie. It's my oldest friend, my bestest friend. She's also an atheist. So yeah, all my friends come from all walks of life.
We still fuck with Laura though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a favoritism. I'm just letting you know that. Like it's favoritism over here. That's my favorite word. Yeah, so that's what it is. So but anyway,
good people. That's all that matters to me. So
and that's a fact.
We y'all stalling. I said my background. I need you to say your background.
All right. Well, no. Yes. Yo, go ahead, Ab, because she didn't say you, right?
Yeah. All right. So for me, my background was Christian, specifically evangelical Lutheran.
Okay. Lutherans up in the house,
right? But yeah, as time progressed, I am honestly. Yes, I'm not going to use that term of spiritual, but I still question a whole grip of things of what there is, and just like Steph, I do subscribe to the idea that there is being someone that is up there, or just some power that's, you know, influencing. I haven't put a name too much to it, because honestly, once I've really opened my eyes to things and just lived, like I've really been able to create what I want to create, versus, of course, you know, following different rules and structures of the different religions. I've gotten to the core of what they speak, and honestly, I just ran with a lot of that, and I've been great so far.
Yeah.
What up, Benny?
Even with the ups and downs, I've still been great.
Who's next?
Me.
Start handing out all the waves. We're doing the wave.
Me.
Yeah.
All right, Famous Ramos.
Oh, fuck it then. Let's give it to Famous Ramos.
I thought you were gonna go.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, Lyrics was gonna go?
No. Famous Ramos, son. Like, she don't give a fuck about me, man. Go ahead.
Yo,
the famous blood-sucking Famous Ramos. Let's go.
All right. Basically, blood-sucking. That's, yeah. You know, after I got, you know, turned to a vampire, I kind of rejected the way of Christianity, because, you know, the cross, you know, holy water, all that shit. It doesn't go down. No, but serious. But I was born.
You get more ammunition, right? Like,
well, I don't really care. That's the thing.
No, that's
I'm saying
you giving more ammunition. Let's just put it that way. Like, you giving.
Regardless,
Hey,
like,
it's all good.
So I was brought up Lutheran Evangelical. But it's a little different from normal Lutheran Evangelical, because I was born and raised in a church that basically was Spanish speaking, but at the same time, a lot of the things their beliefs was more in the line of Pentecostal. So in terms of speaking in tongues, all that stuff that goes along with that, that's the kind of stuff I saw growing up. You know what I mean? Speaking in tongue, convulsing on the floor, you know, bodies hit the floor, whatever you want to call it, you know, that's the kind of stuff I saw. I saw hypocrisy in their theology. I saw a lot of hypocrisy in the way people interpret things, because I felt a lot of people took on what people said instead of actually questioning people's interpretation, because like anything in the world, anything could be interpreted 20 different times.
Yeah.
So that's my background. That's why I'm where I am. And I don't believe myself to be anything. Because agnostic is, for me, the term agnostic is kind of weird for me. So I believe in a divinity. I believe in divinity within us all. And so feminine and masculine. And so regardless of when you want to call it, I believe there is something higher than us. I just don't want to put a label on like that.
Word.
I'm with him.
Okay.
Oh, me. Yeah. I was waiting for somebody to say my name, B. Like, so, you know, like, I want to feel special. But anyway. Chicken and Beef said that sounds like a vampire church.
Yeah, it is.
Bodies hitting the floor, yeah.
Yeah, bodies hitting the floor.
It sucked the life out of you, yeah.
You know, I was gonna, you know, the body of Christ, the blood of Christ, you know, consuming it. I mean, is Christianity different from vampirism? I don't know. I think it's the next topic we can talk about. Sorry, Lyrics.
No, it's cool. Guys, I was brought up more in a Baptist, on the Baptist side, like on my mom's side and stuff. But also, like my father, I think it was like between Christianity and Pentecostal on their end, because I have some my cousins that are into Christianity and stuff like that. But I'm gonna let you know my journey as far as religion has been very back and forth. But for the most part, it's been dealing with like with the Muslim religion, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel that Allah saved my life from like a lot of stuff that I was dealing with at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like more emotionally and just more in the streets type shit. So it's like, you know, but then it's certain things with the Muslim religion that I didn't agree with. So I just, you know, especially like since like, what was it, 99, I joined the 5%ers. You know, like the Nation of Gods and Nerves, and that's something totally different, man. Like the understanding of it, you know, it's so far fetched. Like I'll be like to like maybe like some normal black people, and I'm speaking gibberish. I'm speaking like Swahili or something, you know. Shout out to Swahili, you know, Swahili motherfuckers. You know, yeah, like. Sorry, this cat is making me crave Turkish chicken. Hey, yo, give me a 2-piece, yo, with the biscuit, man. No, Church's chicken biscuits is slamming. Anyway,
Yo, word up.
no, but
Nah, church is dope.
Church is dope, yeah. But this is an episode about religion, Laura. So you know we gotta talk about what we talk about. But like somewhere down the line, yeah, Ben's laughing. Somewhere down the line, I just felt that as far as religion, it was just, with all due respect to everybody who follows their respective religions, to me, it's just like I didn't want to deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like it was all BS to me. Somewhere at the end of the day, you know. And like I said, like enough respect to those who still follow the Muslim religion and 5%ers, you know, nations of gods and earth. I just learned somewhere down the line it just wasn't for me. You know, even though I felt personally that the words of Allah saved my life and all that, I just didn't. Like I said, it's just certain things in there that me as a person, my characteristic, it didn't fit with where I was trying to go in life. You feel me? So right now, I just maintain my spirituality and try my best to have a personal relationship, you know, with the high power. You know what I'm saying? With the Most High, and that's about it. You know. Let's see. There's some questions here. Potsy B, she said those thoughts on it. So the topic, religion based on getting people to see how you believe, or are you just expressing? Steph, would you like to answer that question?
Wait, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Okay. She said those thoughts on it. So is the topic religion based on getting people to see how you believe, or are you just expressing?
It's a bit of expressing. I mean, we're gonna come from, I think all of us are gonna come from you know, we're gonna have a discussion based on our experiences and also just based on things that we've read. You know, in the Bible, I think there's going to be a historical aspect to it as well, because I mean that also, I think for me personally, that's what swayed my decision to be agnostic. It's just going to be, we're just going to come from all angles, and we're going to hear from other people as well. So anyone that wants to get on or ask a question, of course, the question bubble box is here on IG. On YouTube, you can ask your questions there, and we'll answer them. And also, if you would like to chime in on IG as well, let us know, and we'll bring you in here. One of us will step off, and we'll talk. We'll discuss.
Popsy, we know it's one question. Like, it's one question. It wouldn't let me fit in. I mean, it wouldn't let me fit it. It wouldn't let you fit it. What wouldn't let you fit it?
Stop it! Stop it!
What?
Let's stay on the topic of religion. Oh my God!
Now she said it wouldn't let me fit it. So I'm like, what did you want to fit into? Like, okay, and never mind, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. That you put it in the question bubble, it'll let you fit the question in, or you can break it up.
Yeah, but look, all right. Speaking of
questions, Marlon Chamel, what's up? What's going on, man?
Speaking of questions, we got one again.
What you want me to say, Benny?
Kennedy Williams, and the question says, I've always asked the question, do you have to believe in a God to be a good person? Can't you just be a good person?
Yep.
What if you can't read like Kuta them Kin folks? Just saying.
What was the last part? What if you can't what?
Right. What if you can't read like Kunta them Kim folks? Yeah.
I think people, my saying that people are good regardless, right? So there's an intrinsic moral code within us all. We know we should do certain things. So my opinion is you don't need to believe anything as long as you're a decent person. I think that a lot of us come from that point of view. I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Steph?
No, not at all. Yeah, I think everyone's born with a bit of a moral compass, or a broken moral compass. I think I think naturally, from instinct and from the way your body reacts to to a certain situation or something you've done. Everyone's born with reason. So you could look back on certain situations and, develop your moral character from there. and just from experience. People are like, oh well, you wouldn't have this moral character if if the Bible didn't exist. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. I'm sure civilization, existed, and there was there were people with moral standards prior to the creation of the Bible. Hey, what's up, Mandy? Mandy La Loca, what's going on? Yeah, so I think we're instinctively and naturally born with a sense of morality, or a moral compass, if you will. So I don't think the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or any other book of religion it can maybe help you refine it to a degree, depending on what you need in your life. However, I think you're already I think that's already within you. That's whether you want to, whether you want to roll with that or not. I mean, there are plenty of serial killers out here that use religion to justify their actions. So we can talk about that too. So
have the fuckery begun?
Huh?
Have the fuckery begun? I didn't hear.
No, because I was about to say something about Mandela. Mandela, you blowing kisses and shit, but now you like blessing, brother, and you got your hands like what is it, the pray emoji and shit. Like, yo, I just thought the shit was funny. I'm sorry. Like,
it's Mandy La Loca, man. You can't read.
Same thing. Same thing.
He said Mandela.
Same thing.
He said Mandela.
No, I know it's Mandela Loca. Yo, stop playing. You be playing with me like
Mandela. Yeah.
All right. Mandela Loca. No, stop.
It's Mandy.
It's Mandy.
Mandy, I mess up everybody's name. I mess up. If I mess up your name, that means I like you. Y'all cool. All right. So like, don't worry about it. Like, most wars is justified by religion. You know what?
True.
That is the
use it as a crutch. Yeah.
That's the truth. Like, most wars are started off by religious beliefs and all that other craziness. Like speaking of which, with the war on Ukraine, like you guys heard about laughing my ass off, Mandy. Okay, cool. All right, Mandy, I got you. All right, Mandy. Anywho, like with Ukraine, you guys heard that the Russian forces, they done backed down the Ukraine soldiers in their second largest city. Was it Kyiv? I think that's what it is. It's Kyiv. Yo, my thoughts and prayers definitely go out to those
Kyiv.
Who are fighting the war.
Nah, Kyiv is the largest city, I believe.
Oh, okay.
The other one, the second largest, is like Kharkiv or something like that. It's a similar name.
Yeah, okay.
If we don't know how to pronounce it, our apologies. Like what I'm saying, like Ukraine, I don't really know certain parts of Ukraine like that. So, but like I said, my heart definitely goes out to those who are staying and who fighting for their independence, man. But there's another side to that after, like what is it? The African people there, the African students that were trying to leave. Like it, like now they're talking about like there's a form of racism there with that and all that other stuff, man. But I just hope that they can really seriously, like I said the last episode, I hope this war could end as quickly as possible, man. Or at least some type of resolution. But it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen right now. Chris Pleasures, what's going on? So hey man, pray for Ukraine, pray for the African students. I just hope all this gets resolved in some way without having to really spill into World War III. I mean for real, because this talks about World War III and like re-entering the draft and all this other crazy shit. It's let's see here. We got a comment here. Ukraine is a hub for neo-Nazis and are partially funded by America. Wow. America's most experienced mystic. That's his comment there.
Oh, that's the a friend of mine, Eugene.
Oh well, Eugene. Yeah. Like I said, Eugene, I'm just starting to really get to know and understand the whole situation with Ukraine and Russia.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the U.S. is funding Ukraine for sure. I mean, they want to be a part of NATO, and they have a young economy that's doing very well, doing a lot better than Russia's economy currently. And yeah, and they want to be a part of NATO, and Russia doesn't want that because it will deal a major blow to Russia's economy. Plus, you know, the other part of the war is that there's a major pipeline that Russia wants to build to, of course, expand their oil empire, because they're one of the largest producers of crude oil in the world. I think they're, what were we saying, like number 3 or 4?
It's like 11. Like this. Well, it's 11%. So they're like 11 to 12% of the world. So I don't know where that ranks, but that's definitely top 5.
Yeah, they're up there. They're definitely up there. And so this pipeline would help boost their economy, and Ukraine is in the way. And that's why this is part of the reason why this conflict is happening, because they want to be able to build that pipeline and bring Ukraine into the fold so they can have that control and be able to do that. So what's up, Notes?
Notes, you always keep saying, yo, I know your first comment every time you come in, bro. But what's good? Good to see you here.
I mean, yo, Notes is a busy motherfucker, man. Like, hey, yo, old Meadows, what's going on, old Meadows? Today's topic of discussion, episode 2-10, an episode about religion, starring hosted by Stephanie Gale. So you know, right now we were just briefly talking about what's cracking. Yeah, he want to change it up now. We're just briefly talking about what's going on in Ukraine, you know, and the war there. But getting back to religion, you know,
we still have the conflict for Jerusalem. We haven't heard much about that in a minute. You know, that of course that's based around you know, they use religion and the Bible, and you know, the references in that text to justify, you know, what's happening there. We know it's a lot deeper than that. There are layers to it, but of course, religion is always going to be one of those weapons that's going to be used to justify war. And I mean, just religion has been like the most polarizing weapon, you know, in history. I mean, that's my opinion. But if you look back in history and you reference all the wars that have happened, they've always used religion as a weapon to you know, to justify their means to fight. And it even, I mean, we can talk about slavery, which is another thing that you know, I think about a lot when it comes to religion. They use the Bible, you know, they weaponize the Bible. Then, you know, they use the sphere of influence, where they targeted a particular region or country, and they would use the text of the Bible. They would teach the Bible to the locals there, until they indoctrinated them to the point where they would abandon the religion that they had before, that was native to them, what they grew up on. And then, you know, they would eventually say, you know, this God is a stronger God. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, subscribe to what I grew up with, what I learned, you know, in my own community. I'm gonna go with this. And they basically made those people into willing and docile, you know, I don't want to call them slaves, but they basically indoctrinated them and made them docile, and they basically subscribed and submitted to, you know, whatever these newcomers told them. And that's why in my heart of hearts, I cannot rock with the Bible. You know, that's a big reason. It's just like, why we as a people still, you know, putting our faith in something that put us in chains. You know, it just ruined everything that we knew about our own society, our own culture, you know, our own language. Like it just, we won't know that. We won't know any of that because of this book, and because of the way these people weaponize this book and used it against us. So that's how I feel. There are
I agree to a certain
other
extent with
people
that
want to
stuff,
join
but
in. You can.
I do feel like in certain, I think the African people that were forced to the Christianity on, I think were more resilient than people give them credit for.
Yeah.
Even though these things were forced upon them, they took them and basically hid their own gods within the context of this religion, talking about Santeria, you're talking about other religions. Essentially, they hold on to their deities. It's just they had to hide it in a different way. So I feel that we need to give more, big ups to them for the resilience, even though all the bullshit that was put upon them and the atrocities that were put on them, they did hold on to a certain degree. What their core beliefs were.
Right.
I just wanted to state that.
Well, I'm just gonna say real quick, guys, whoever's watching, if you want to come in, I highly encourage you guys to come in and join in on the conversation. One of us will step out, let you guys step in and express your views and opinions on religion, how you guys feel about it. I highly encourage it. We're like, for those who are on IG Live, for those who are on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, or even on Facebook, just drop your comments or your questions, and even here on IG Live, you can go ahead and do what Popsy did. Ask us a question here in the question bubble. And
there was a question from earlier. I was gonna hit Kennedy up about this, if you don't mind me asking it rather. They asked, do y'all think the different Bibles are slavery based to control people and govern the people they enslaved? I've never seen Jesus even sign an autograph in the Bible.
Personally, no, I understand the question. I understand the question. I get it. Personally, yes. Yes, I think it is.
What's the context of the question? Can you explain that? I didn't get that part.
Well, basically, read the question again, Steph, because you see.
All right, one more time. All right, do y'all think that the different Bibles are slavery based to control people and govern the people they enslaved? And I think that last part was just a joke. I never seen Jesus even sign an autograph in the Bible. Well, first of all, Jesus had nothing to do with that. These books were supposedly written after Jesus had perished and became Christ.
The earliest one was like 30 years after his death.
Council of Nicaea.
Like 80, like years after his death. So even then, you're talking about interpretation of oral tradition.
We got some comments here, guys. Let me just read.
Big game of telephone.
Chicken and Beef said, "Famous Ramus, why you ain't get at the slave owners, huh? Where was your fangs then?"
I'm only 140 years old, man. Come on, like
you fed into that. You fed into that. Anyway, So Soon said, "I learned the Bible was derived from ancient African text." Wow. He also adds, and I do believe that it's been intentionally used to suppress our people. Kira says yes. Kira, right? It was Kira.
Yes, Kira. Yes.
Kira.
You got it right. You got it right this week. Good. Good job.
So Soon, shut up. So Soon said, he said, laughing my ass off. Big game of telephone. Chicken and Beef, he laughing and shit. So yeah. No, I just want to make sure I got Kira's name right. I ain't want to, go through another episode of that. Get people's names wrong. Nah, because Kira,
I'm with y'all. Basically, I personally, I believe, and my mom's right here, but
hey mom,
I know.
Hey mom, period.
I mean, it's to me, it's the truth. Like, I believe religion is like the biggest gimmick ever sold, and it's the most successful gimmick ever sold. Like the way they the way it was put out, it was brilliant. Just to have only clergymen learn the Bible initially, you had, and those were the only people during the medieval period that knew how to read, royals and clergymen. So it was like, oh, if you don't have this text and you can't read, then you're missing out. You're not gonna make it into heaven. Like that's how it was sold. It is classic, 101 business tactics. It's like, this is exclusive. This is exclusive to us. If you know how to read this and you have that knowledge and you have that ability to read this text, you are special. That's how it is. That's how it is with when people drop new music or new limited edition clothing. It's the same thing. If you don't have this, you're not special. You're not a special person. So
I
that's
think it's also the controlled information as well, because if they could read the information, even talking about those times, speaking in the original verse in Latin, I believe it was, then they know the information. They can interpret their information. They wanted to control the pipeline of information to them to understand, or to them to think the way they thought. You know what I mean? And that's why I think the main thing is within religion and Christianity overall, it's always about controlling the narrative.
Right.
Wait, Kira said, no, I corrected that real quick. Kira said, are we only talking about Christianity? No, we're talking about religion in all aspects. What's the name? Notes is trying to slide through. He's trying to get up on here. Send a request, dog. Chicken and Beef is like, what about the other religions? Somebody just joined in, and Kira, she got the mad face on. Kira, why you got the mad face? Sorry, Kira, I just corrected it. Why you got the mad face? All right, Notes is trying to jump in, so we need one of you guys to jump out. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, yeah, good. I'm gonna head out, but yeah, we gonna talk about other ones right now. But a lot of us has our basis in Christianity, so I mean that's why we're at least touching on Christianity as a whole right now. But yeah, we got Catholicism. You got more. One of the brothers over here is going in on Mormonism over here. So over here, I think it's Sunflower Sky or the person they're going in about Mormonism. So we got you.
Yep. Well, yeah, Mormonism. Yeah, you can go in there. They have like a caste system in Mormonism.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Basically, black people are at the bottom. We're at the very bottom.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about within like even their own people. There's a caste system and where you stand sociological.
Well, in a sense, yeah.
Well, it is, but I thought it was a little different. I know it was color based.
What's cracking?
Yo, Notes, what up, man? Yo, I see you scratching your head. Like, what kind of news?
Man.
Hey, on some real shit, every time I hop on live, I always get nervous. I don't know why, I just do. So I started scratching the top of my head. I don't know why. But now
that's cool. It's cool. So I mean, what are your thoughts about this, man? What now? Maglo, what up, baby? What's going on?
Man, my thing on Christianity, like me and my grandma, we have talks about this a lot. Like I don't consider myself as a Christian. I really don't. I don't like religion at all. I actually hate it. The Bible, to me, it contradicts itself. There's some of it is like true, I guess, and there's some of it is not. When I do read it, some of the stuff I read, like I don't feel it here. If I feel it here, then cool. But if I don't feel it, I just don't rock with. Like my grandma, we had a conversation the other day, and she was like, "You need to stay prayed up and stuff like that." They're like, we in our last days. I'm just like, Grandma, like I feel like the last days like is. I feel like when people use that, they're like they're more afraid. Like what Seth was saying, you know what I mean? Like people, like they're more afraid. Like okay, like if you don't do this, like you're not going to heaven or this, and that. But I'm just like, I don't.
I'll be back.
That right there, I can't agree with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
tactics,
who are we to? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, who are we to say who's going to hell and who's going to heaven? Like, to be honest, to be honest with you, I honestly, this is me. I honestly think like, I feel
What's
like
up, Leon? What's up, Maglo? Sorry.
It's all good. It's good.
This is a shout out, my people.
I honestly feel like that some of us are like fallen angels, who just, we're here to do a purpose, and then after that we go back to where we came from. You know what I mean? That's just me though. So the whole like religion thing, I don't really fuck with it like that. Like, I don't. Like, I kind of understand the whole like Buddhism, like calm and like stuff like that more than I understand about Christianity or the Bible, and it's kind of conflicting sometimes. So I do believe, that a lot of people use the Bible to suppress people. I've actually seen that firsthand, especially with like crooked ass pastors. My mom has been to a couple of churches where the pastors, try to seduce her. This and like, I'm seeing this like firsthand. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, nah, I can't stand behind it.
Guys, sorry about that. I'm listening. But Kira, she had a question here. She said, "Do all the speakers believe in God?" So
I don't think so.
I believe in God, just not the God of the Bible.
Facts.
I think the God of the Bible is a spiteful, jealous little boy with a magnifying glass.
At least the Old Testament God. At least the Old Testament God is definitely a vindictive. I can't even say the word. Vindictive God. I don't believe in the God of the Hebrew Bible. I believe in a divinity, and I believe they had an idea of that divinity. I just think they interpret it in a different way that it doesn't resonate with me at all.
Notes?
No, I don't believe every speaker believes in God. I'm sorry. I don't. A lot of not because like I watch a lot of like gurus and stuff like that, like stuff on YouTube and all that. I feel like, all right, look, when you're speaking to a person who fully believes in God, they talk a good game, but they all try to quote from the Bible, and even when they're wrong, they try to quote from the Bible, and I feel like that's like to me, like you're. I don't know. Just me personally, I believe a lot of speakers don't believe in God. I just don't.
Well, listen. Video online.
Kara, we answered your question. Like, I
believe?
I believe in God, just not the God of the Bible.
No.
I believe in God, just not the God of the Bible or the Hebrew Bible.
Okay, so
Notes does not believe in God.
No, bro, nothing. Like, yo, listen. You sat there, you asked the question. You didn't specifically said you or y'all. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me.
Like,
okay, no.
Yeah, me. Oh shit! Listen.
I didn't talking about me.
You see what I'm saying? You see this shit? Like, yo, you see this?
What's going on?
No, all right, listen. I'm gonna answer this shit, B. I'm gonna answer like, yo, listen. I believe in God. I believe in having a personal one-on-one relationship with God on some spiritual stuff because, like I said, I'm more so spiritual now. I am, although when it comes to religion, the people speaking in this live, nigga. You know what? My name ain't nigga. We gonna cut that shit out. Okay? Sorry. Like, my name ain't nigga. My name's Lyrics. I got your name, Kira, right? All right, cool. All right, so you know what? Fuck it. The people speaking in the live, y'all answer that shit, B. Like, oh, sorry, they did answer that shit. Like, yo, what you talking about? No. Okay. Ha ha ha. Sarcasm. Sarcasm. I love it. I love random thoughts. Like anyway.
That's a lot of comments.
Yo, Abin said honestly, it's very cult and robotic. Not many religious folks are willing to listen.
Back.
Yeah. Well,
look, man. Let me tell you. We were talking about this earlier. Y'all can't even get the reference about money as the root of all evil. Y'all can't even get that verse right. Let's just go there. It's not money is the root of all evil. That is not not the verse.
Can I say something?
You're gonna say something. Quote it directly, because people are gonna attack you if you don't quote directly the quote.
Fine. Let me bring it up.
Live.
I'm just gonna say this part of it. It is for the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Let's just get that right from the start.
Well, no,
most of y'all can't even get that right.
You know what's funny? It's a line. It's a line that I said in the song on something to write about the mixtape. I was like, it's the root of all evil, but needed by more people. Financial status wise, we ain't all equals. Like, yo, and you just remind me of that line, and that shit was crazy because it's like I think about it like that same money is the root of all evil, but how the hell is it the root of all evil when we can't survive in this world without it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I've always questioned
we use it, but the problem is this: if money is the root of all evil, then everybody in society, even the rich people, are sinners and they're going to hell, right?
Right.
It's the whole idea is whatever you put upon something is that significance. The power you put on something is going to reflect back to you. So if you put on the power of money is evil, you're going to see money's evil. And if you don't, you put money as a means to an end, then it becomes a means to the end. That's the problem with that interpretation.
No, but the point is they say money is the root of all evil when it's not. That's not the reference.
But who's controlling the narrative?
No, people don't read. That's the point. People don't read.
That's
I think part of it, someone controlling the narrative to say, you go to the church and you get 10% of your salary to the church.
I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something.
It doesn't even say 10%. It doesn't even give a percentage in the Bible.
You church guys, let me tell y'all something about that money thing, man. When I go to the church and y'all sit there past that plate, you know good and darn well that plate is to pay y'all bills. Don't play with me. Like, they ain't to sit there and give the God ain't getting that money. Y'all getting that money, play bit. Don't get me started, B. Like, man.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. You're talking about the Catholic Church, which has their own country essentially. Don't have their own army, but using the Swedish army, right, to for them own purposes. And look how much money they have. We're talking about the super churches. You're talking about these whatever. I don't know what religions they are, but these have jets and stuff. That's what they call super churches. Essentially, they're a supermarket for religion. Like, they have so many people up in there and are using that money towards getting jets and wearing great clothes. And they say, oh, God wants me to have this money to be a missionary to the world. You don't need that money to be a missionary, my dude. It's a certain cover cost, and there's certain going above that. And that's the problem with organized religion.
Can we go back? Can we reference Creflo Dollar getting your ties so he can get his private plane? By the way, has he ever gotten his private jet?
Well, there's the quote. That's the quote what Jesus said: "Give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and unto God what is God." I'm not sure if that's the correct quote, the exact quote, but I think that's what they use. That quote, right? That's the quote they use. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and give it to God what is God.
They use
that quote a lot.
Hey, Creflo Dollar, we know good and damn well you didn't just inherit that money. You sat there and suckered a lot of people for their hard working money, for the money they like earned, so you can buy all that bullshit that you got. Son, stop playing with me, man. You're a fraud. Like, somebody needs to call these niggas out. Like, some of these guys is frauds. Holy fraud. I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can we, and this is probably a topic that people don't want to get into, Sodom and Gomorrah, me being queer, of the queer community. We can go there. We can go there about
go there.
I'm just saying.
But you don't think. All right.
people have a misconception about sodomy and what it is, and because they go to Leviticus, I think it's Leviticus 18:20, where it's like thou shalt not lay with man as a mankind or woman as a womankind, for it is an abomination. First of all, and I have friends that are theologians, that are pastors and whatnot. That is not what Sodom and Gomorrah is about. When they talk about sodomy, they talk more about it's more like pedophilia. When they talk about
what's Leviticus what? I'm sorry, I just want to read that directly.
I believe it's 18:20. Leviticus 18:20.
Okay, thank you.
But Kira said, I still tithe. I just take my 10% and give it to the homeless and charities. Hey, that's a notable and honorable thing to do.
She also said, yeah, which you can't go off anything from the Old Testament anyway.
Right. Which you're not supposed to do. Yet people still do it. The Old Testament is supposed to be referenced. It's supposed to be null and void according to the New Testament. Let's talk about that. Okay. Yet people still consider, they still talk about homosexuality being a sin, so on, whatever, pedophilia, bestiality. They want to lump these all into one singular group. They are not the same. Let's talk about that. Homosexuality has nothing to do with bestiality or pedophilia. These are two adults that are getting together just like any other adult, a male adult or a female adult, male or male, female. We're adults. We're all adults. We can have attractions to each other and do it responsibly. That has nothing to do with bestiality and and pedophilia. Two, there are other so-called sins in that chapter, in that book, that no one references, like people that eat pork, people that shave their beards, people that eat shellfish. All of these are in there, and they're all punishable by death. But
you know what?
Talks about those.
Hold on.
Ridiculous. We know that's ridiculous. That is. You can't eat pork. You can't shave anything. Those are cultural things that were imposed by people. They were never ever existed before that.
Hold on. Yo, listen. I shaved my beard. I've ate plenty of shellfish. I'm still alive like a motherfucker. Like, yo, go ahead, man. Stop playing with me, B. Like, yo, like, stop playing with me, man. Like, no, I ain't talking to you, sir. I'm talking to
I know.
Rules. Stop fucking playing with me, man. You got these motherfucking, like Creflo Dollar ass niggas, whatever, talking that bullshit. Like, yo, son, stop playing with me, man. Like, you sitting here taking people money and shit, talking about, let's start a queer church, but yo, you wilding, Kira, man.
Let's do it, Kira. I'm with it. Let's go.
Wait, hold on. But there is actually a queer church in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy.
There are a few queer churches.
No, but
Manhattan, Brooklyn,
that was the first one I seen. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, but like, yeah, no, but let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell you something. And then there was this one church I went to. It was supposed to be a new church, something, whatever. Like I was delivering next to a building, and I seen this church, and the guy, he offered me to come into the church. You know what I'm saying? Just to, because they were having some type of, I think it was a holiday, like one of the religious holidays. He wanted me to come into the church, so I came in just for a minute or two or whatever, and. It was a whole bunch of rich pricks there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they weren't rich, they were well off. But everybody had an attitude problem. Like, I didn't know that, you had to have an attitude problem, the people who are less, who make less than you to be saved. I didn't know. Is that a new rule or something? Like, thou shalt be rich to be, saying to praise Jesus. Like, what are we doing here? Like, y'all some hypocrites. Stop playing with me, man. Like, y'all hypocrites. And I walked out the church.
Yo,
like,
Kira said she went to Creflo's church. It was wild.
Yeah, because he's a hypocrite. Like, get out of here, son. Like, son, like, man, listen, that's why I respect the Baptist churches and all that much more, because at least with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they more humble about what they do, man. The only thing I don't like is, you know, when they pass the plate. You know what I'm saying? More than once. Like, yo, if 50 cents or $1 is all I can give, that's all I can get. Stop playing with me, man. I'm not giving my whole check so you keep your lights on. Like, yo, don't start with me on that, man. Like, now I'm catching feelings on this. I told y'all not to catch. Anyway, man, listen, yo. But no, because I don't like that. I don't like that, son. I hate that shit, man. But Avis had something to say here. He said, Karl Marx said, religion is the sign of the oppressed creature, the heart of a heartless world, and the soul of soulless conditions. It is the opium of the people. Kira said, no mad people speak in tongues, nobody interpreting. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, still, like,
that's true.
Like, I didn't know we can.
Like,
I know we can.
Come on.
I know we can buy.
Speaking of tongues, put a beat to it.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking about, Kira. I know. And then when you ask them, oh, what does that mean? And you know, I'm so deep in it. I just know what I'm saying when I'm entranced. When I'm in the trance, I know what I'm saying, but you can't say it.
Times.
The weird thing about
you don't remember what it was like when you were in the trance, like.
The weird thing about speaking in tongues, I've seen people like do it, and I'm like, I'm talking about from firsthand experience in my face, and I'm talking about the convulsing thing going along with it.
Damn.
Right.
I feel people. I don't think they're lying, but I don't think they're telling the truth either. And this is what. Let me make an explanation about that.
Mm-hmm.
People. It's like the whole thing is like what's that word where psychosomatic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you believe something enough where it becomes real for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel a lot of them do that. Because franchisee, they do it to the point where they want the connection to God and that connection to reflect outward to people to see that they are connected to God. So when they create that illusion, they start believing that they are have that connection to God, and it comes out in tongues.
Right.
So
no,
that's why I say
I
I believe and I don't believe.
Yeah, I mean, you have to know something. You have to know something.
Yeah,
and if you know, like, if you want someone to believe what you're saying, and you want to bring people into the fold, because Christians talk a lot about evangelizing and going out there and bringing people in. I would think you would like hold on if it's that sublime and that beautiful of an experience. You would want to bring people into the fold and tell them about.
Yeah, I agree.
This is how
think
I
about
feel.
this. They can say like this, that it basically, do you remember everything from a dream? I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying, do you remember everything from a dream? So when you're in a dream, you're in a state, right?
Not yet. Well, it depends.
I mean,
I think it
could be used like that. Think about it.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how vivid the dream is and how connected you are to that dream. I get it. Like, if it's a dream that you want to remember, and it was like, okay, this dream is beautiful and I want to talk about it. Huh?
Yeah, I'm just being the advocate to show that's some people say, like, do you remember everything from a dream? That's what I say. I believe them. I believe that they believe it's real. I don't believe that it is essentially real all the time, that is coming from a divinity. I believe they're creating that experience within themselves to allow them to show outside to the world that, oh, I have this connection. I'm on a higher level. And I think that in that way, it's kind of fucking, I'm sorry, we're cursing, kind of wrong. I think it's forced. I think it's false.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like I said, I mean, there's certain things that I do believe in. Like, y'all may not believe me when I say this. I have a family. I come from a family of people that have premonitions. I used to have premonitions. I still have premonitions. They still, come from time to time. My mom used to have like dreams where she would have premonitions. So that's why, like, for me, there's a spiritual realm that I believe in.
Same.
It's just the Bible does not touch it for me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think the Bible negates those things either. Even though I believe there's knowledge in everything, every text, everywhere, this old ancient knowledge. There's a lot of things that hold true, right? You might not believe the casing of it. You might not believe the things within it, like the surround it. But a lot of around it, the knowledge is something that's bringing truth to generations, right? So the way this gentleman was saying that how like something, I feel like take what you want from these things, what resonates in you, and throw the rest out, because that's what we do in life anyway, right? Somebody tells you something like, I don't know about that, and you're like, but this piece kind of sounds interesting, and let me go more on this. Let me go research more on this. And, oh, that's cool. That's interesting. That makes sense to me. I'm gonna hold on to that piece. Because as human beings, as everything, we're eclectic, right? We're eclectic in the way we grab onto things and hold on to like information and the way we present ourselves. I think the same thing with religion. Take what you need from everything, and and resonate whatever resonates, keep it, and then push that forward in like what you believe.
Right. And
the Pisces. Yeah, she be spot on about a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's me. I'm a Pisces. My birthday was last Thursday, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday prior, February 24th. So when it comes to the zodiac and things like that, when they say Pisceans are very psychic and they can, feel things out, they know when something's happening or when something's coming. I believe it because I've had crazy dreams about people getting into accidents. I know when people are going to pass on. Like I've had those feelings and thoughts come to me, and it's something that is difficult for me to explain. But I know when it happens, because as soon as I say it, like I know, like it's something that I don't necessarily have to think about. It's just like my body automatically reacts.
Then do you have a premonition if I'm going to win the lottery?
There goes Advis. This zodiac stuff gets too close to religion for me.
It does, but you know what? Sometimes
sometimes
I read some of the things.
You got premonitions and shit. Do you have a premonition of me winning the lottery? Do you have a premonition of me winning the lottery?
No.
Then you ain't got premonition. Get out of here, man. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I had a little situation. I'm back. Let's get it.
They can be. They're not always bad.
I mean, the connotation of the word. I thought the word was kind of negative, had negative connotation.
So yeah, they usually do. Yeah, it usually does have a negative connotation, but they're not always. They're not always bad.
So like, do all like zodiac signs have like a spiritual connection to them, or just Pisces?
No, they all have a connection. It's just that Pisceans have more of a spiritual connection, because they're supposed to have a direct link to the divine.
Yeah, because my fiance, she's in here, Beautiful Ray, she's in here. She be singing her ass off, and like when she be singing, I be in tears sometimes. Close. Like she be hitting those notes.
Yeah. You said she's a singer?
Yeah, she sings her ass off. She's in here. You'll see her.
Well, I mean, that's another thing about Pisceans. They're creative. They're usually very creative people, and they're usually singers.
Yeah,
I'm a singer.
Yeah, she be singing about like, I'd be like, damn, babe, teach me how to hit this note right quick.
Yeah.
Like on some serious shit. I could sing, but she could sing. I'm talking about like that, like, yeah.
Well, we got a request. Yo, Kira's like, yo, let's hear it. Like, yo, Kira got a request. She's like, let's hear it. Steph can kind of sing or whatever. Oh wow! Shots!
She's trying to. No, I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to put me on the spot.
Hey, yo, Kira, I like the way how you sing. I like the way how she sings, man. Shots!
Oh man. I don't know. Man. My voice is a little little hoarse right now, but you can check out my music on Spotify, on Apple Music.
Yo, and this plug for Random Thoughts was brought to you in part by Wise Potato Chips.
Bandcamp. You should put that Bandcamp on
Yes,
there.
you can go on Bandcamp.
Nah.
If you go to my Instagram profile page, there is a link tree. You can link to all of that musical stuff, and you can hear me sing then. You know, the Joker once said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. That's all.
Yeah, you can't do it for free. You gotta do it for a little fee. You dig? That's it, man. Stop playing.
You said worship music.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. That's right. Yo, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the Zodiac's a little interesting. I don't think I disagree with Ab. It is not like a religion. It's a little different. When we get to the episode about the Zodiac, I'm gonna buy the book of birthdays, and I'm gonna read everyone's birthday.
Yeah, please.
Let me tell you, when you read that book, it is spot on.
Hey, yo, Kira said,
remember, I'm a cousin.
You'll pay. Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I gotta say, in this instance, sinning is winning. You hear me? That's it. Sinning is winning.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll show up.
Hey,
I'll show up.
That's it. Oh, Tiffany said, "Virtual Jesus is my fave." Yeah, oh man. No, you can't be in that Zodiac episode. Like, you was talking shit. Like, you get too wild. Yeah. And a Virgo said that. Virgo in the building. Virgo, all that. That's it. Like, I'm gonna say some other shit. Like, hashtag Virgo Nation. That's what I'm gonna say. Virgo's in the building.
First of all, it's still Pisces season. Let's just get that out the way, okay?
No.
We'll worry about Virgo later.
Virgo in the
Aries Taurus season. What are you talking about? Screw that Pisces season. It's my season all the time.
Oh man, you're the best sign. She says
Aries Taurus.
She's saying Libra is the best sign.
Libra's always weighing the options and stuff. Like, yo, nah, we're not down with that.
Nah, y'all can't make a decision.
Exactly. Y'all cheated. Libra's is cheating. That's it. Fuck out.
I love you guys. Y'all can't make a decision. No, I'm sorry.
Virgo's got mad mental issues. Fuck it. No, but she's right. We do some mental issues like a mother. But guess what? We some understanding motherfuckers. We cool. Fuck out of here, man. Like, yo, the team Virgo, let's go in the building. What? We doing it. You better watch it, Eric. Oh shit.
Well, who said that?
Don't do that, Steph. LOL.
Who said that? Watch it, Eric.
Oh man.
No. Beanie said, wait. Abbott said, "We're all y'all." What was it? What are all y'all if? Oh, what the fuck? I can't even read this shit, B. Hey, yo, Eric, your shirt's too bright. Like,
my shirt's too bright. What are you talking about?
What are all y'all?
I can't read it.
Hush.
Oh.
What are all y'all thoughts about saints in Catholicism? Holy Mary, Saint Michael, Saint Paul, etc.
They're the pantheon of Roman, Greco-Roman. That's all they are. They're basically interpretation of that, and that's my opinion.
Can we talk about something else? I don't even know why the Catholics have not acknowledged Mary Magdalene as the 13th apostle. We still haven't done it. The Vatican literally said she is the 13th apostle, and yet
when was this? Who said this within the Vatican? I'm not Catholic. So
I think this was during Pope John Paul II's tenure.
So it's previous. So it's like at least
this was years ago. They released this information because apparently they released that information from the vault.
Well, the thing is, the rest of the Catholic Church never got the phone call, so they're still operating on the old information. They're basically a federal government, federal government agency. They're still waiting on the new version to come out.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Hey, yo, guys, if there's anybody else that's watching or IG Live want to join in, you can join in. You can go ahead and put in your comments. Tell us your religion. Tell us how you feel about religion. Whatever, we would like to hear more from y'all. You know what I'm saying? But notes, you already know what it is, man. Like, yo.
So apparently, according to
we still want to hear your girl sing. That's what's up, man. We want to hear your lady sing. You talking about how your lady sing?
Yeah, we're actually working on.
Oh yeah, but see what happened, right?
No. We're actually working on 2 songs together. Working on 2 songs together. It will be dropping soon. We'll be dropping soon. I promise. It's fire. I'm telling you.
And this
Yo, Kara,
shameless plug was brought to you apart by Wise Potato Chips.
And if anybody want to check out my music, I'm on Spotify and I'm on iTunes. I will put my name in below. It's spelled just like this. And just tell me what you guys think, man.
Bunch of dreams. What's going on?
Yo, Kira's funny. She said, all I know about Mary Magdalene is she had the best song in the musical Jesus Christ Superstar.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good movie, man.
That is good.
Really good movie.
Yo, did we read this one by Abbas? He said the Vatican is having a good time with the little boys. Wow.
I don't know. I don't want.
Yo, that went dark. That went dark real quick.
Yeah.
No, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Like, hey,
I think we need to keep it above the belt.
Let's kick in the nuts right now. Fuck it. Like, yo, he started that shit. Like, yo, I'm with it. Like, I don't know how to love. Okay, wow. Okay. Now we got people singing in the comments. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like,
oh, and actually, hold on. That's I'm sorry.
Can we go into another hot button topic? Can I bring this up? Because I've been meaning to bring this up.
Yeah,
bring it up. It's your world, baby. Let's do it.
This might be also dark, but abortion. Let's talk about it.
What does you gotta come with quotes
about abortion?
Come with quotes, Steph. You gotta come with quotes because that's a rough
let me look it up real quick.
You gotta read directly.
Right. Okay. Let me look it up because I know it.
Wow. Kira, like how you make a song request on an episode about religion? Like only you would make song requests.
It is Sunday, man. It is Sunday. You gotta give God his 7th day.
I have to bring this up because the Christians get this wrong all the time.
You know what? You want a song? Here's a song. No. Jesus. All right, there you go. Move on. Jesus, right there. There's your song for the day. How about that? Wait, Kennedy said was Meg the Stallion in the Bible. Whoa.
What?
Kennedy said was Meg the Stallion in the Bible. Yo, Kennedy, man.
Wow.
Like, you're wildin', B. Like, I love it, though. I love it, son. I love it. I love it.
So apparently there are different chapters on or different verses on abortion. I'm trying to look for the one that I think it's in Proverbs, but there's one in Exodus chapter 21, verse 22 through 25. This part is the covenant code. It legislates that legislates the case of a pregnant woman who became involved in a brawl between 2 men and had a miscarriage. But that's not the one that I'm referring to. The one that I'm referring to, I believe, I think I said Proverbs. But I wrote it down like a while ago. But basically, it talks about two different ways to abort a baby for a husband. That's the song singing stuff. I don't know all the words, Kira. But
I don't know you.
So there's a verse. If I can find it, I'll bring it up. But there's a verse where it basically talks about like if a husband suspects his woman has committed adultery with another man, he can perform this type of abortion. And it's basically like he gives her like a vial of poison, and it not only kills the woman, it kills the baby inside. And then there's another
murder. We're talking about double murder, double homicide.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is if he suspects.
And even if that's the fact, he's like, you know what? She was out late last night for too many hours. You know, I think she fucked somebody. You know,
right?
That's right.
Wow.
That's insane.
She's usually home by now. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. That baby didn't look like me. Didn't drew the belly. You know, like I don't know what that baby looks like me.
What? And I think there's another one. I believe the other one is basically the man can perform a type of surgery, like a very crude surgery, and can rip the baby out.
Oh man, so basically hanger shit. We're talking about hanger shit before hangers.
Pretty much. And so I mean, Christians are always saying, "Oh, I'm pro-life." You know, God supports pro-life. No. God supports abortion. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know.
Sorry.
This is what I'm trying to say. That all right. First of all,
your God supports abortion. But
the Bible was written by people. So this is what I'm trying to say. So the Bible was written by people. We have no evidence that the God divinely went into somebody and told him, write that shit. So my point of view is going to be said somebody wrote that shit, not necessarily anybody else gave divinity to.
Inspired by the Holy Ghost.
Inspired by what? If I'm drunk, I can say I'm inspired too. I mean, I'm high. Like if I smoke some weed, I can say some spirits are inspiring me. It doesn't mean shit. They probably high on some shit.
Hey, yo, Famous Ramos, man, you wildin', man. Like, yo, let me tell you something, man. Right now, I'm just at a loss for words right now when Steph said the second part of the abortion joint, man. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm getting that graphic in my head. Like, I'm getting the picture, man. I'm like, ew. But let's see. Let's go some comments here. Note said, soon as someone said was make the stallion in the Bible, I left and got kicked. LOL. I mean laughed. LOL. Wow. Right.
Wow. Oh man. Wow. And so your girl kicked you.
Yeah, your girl. Like, why would your girl kick you? You say make the stallion in the Bible? Come on, man. Like.
Man.
I don't know what to say, man. Like, but like, how the hell did we get to like song requests here on the episode about religion? That's all I want to know.
We were talking about Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, we were talking about having Jesus Christ Superstar and some other stuff.
Well, no, that was the dope album. Jesus Christ Superstar by Sean Price was a dope album. Yeah, my favorite song was Violent.
And Kira wants to give me these favors. So
I'm a dog. I piss on the tree. Bow wow. Now.
There it is. There it is. Notes want to jump back in now all of a sudden. B like Notes want to jump back.
Oh, and Kennedy is Kennedy said this early. They said I'm still asking how is Mary still a virgin? Well, how is she pregnant when she's a virgin? I'm gonna try to pull that off in court with my baby mom.
Let's just watch Star Wars, man. I mean,
Can we talk? Can we also talk about that? Like,
yeah, let's talk about
Mary being a virgin and God impregnating her. Isn't that kind of creepy?
Midichlorians.
Isn't that fornication?
No, because he's God. God created us all, right? So God owns all of us.
God just touching bellies out here.
That's called immaculate.
Is God touching bellies? With his,
God just touching the belly. Bang! Yeah, you pregnant. That's it.
In my stomach. Yeah, that what we talking about?
Oh yeah, Eric. Then back then when you were talking about the persons with those somatic thoughts, when they think about whatever symptoms and stuff that they have, that they start to have those things. Those are called hypochondriacs.
Yo,
so you're saying that religious people are hypochondriac. Okay.
We are all getting a one-way ticket under hell. Like, we ain't going to hell. We going to pass that bitch.
That they're sick in the head.
Hell.
I'm still jumping out the car, so it don't matter.
No.
I don't think
that bitch.
If somebody's speaking in tongues,
we put you in the trunk.
I'm pushing out the back light.
If someone is speaking in tongues but they're driving a car, then they're possessed by the demon.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should jump out of the car.
Yes, we're talking about Jesus' mom.
Oh man.
Yo, Kira, stop. Her musical
Andrea, what's going on? No, but I'm saying though, like yo, no, like notes. Avid's talking about he jumping out of no. You bringing your ass back in that bitch. We going right under hell for this shit. You riding with us. That's it.
Hell is in your mind. Yeah. Hell is in your mind.
Shouts out to Blue on below the heavens. That's what he said.
What? Yeah, shout out to Blue.
Yeah. Blue from Below the Heavens. Well, his album's called Below the Heavens. It's Blue in Exile. He's a rapper out here in LA, and he has a track.
Blue in Exile.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm familiar with him.
The World Is. No, that was his first album he did with Exile. Like that's a classic for me personally.
Yo, I still got the album. Like, yo, that shit is crack, B. Like,
yeah, but the song is. I think the song is called The World Is, and that's one of the lines in there. What Steph just ended up saying.
Oh, what did I just say?
You ended up saying that hell is a mindset, as well as what he said. Hell and heaven is a mindset, or it's a state of mind.
Yep,
it is.
Can we talk about how we really haven't really thrown fire? Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start topic, and we think we're gonna go from there. How about this? How about the fact that the Judaic tradition of a singular God and a duality and a Masonic figure, a heaven and hell, is all based on Zoroastrianism. That basically before that they were polytheistic, and then when they were in exile, the Nebuchadnezzar, what you want to say it, they adopted those religions and those that kind of culture or those traditions. Nobody talks about that. Why not?
Yeah,
so you're saying that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that they took it or they remixed it, but you know,
they remixed it.
It kind of looks like it.
To be completely honest with you, the religion, like, so in the Bible, God talks about other gods. He says, I'm a jealous God. Do not worship these other idols, false prophets, so on and so forth. He's saying, or God is saying, I'm not even going to say he, let's not even get into, well, we get into that later, but
I know where you go with that. Like,
no,
yeah.
What I'm saying right now is there are other. God is saying there are other gods that exist.
Okay.
So God wants you, and he says, or God says, I'm a jealous God. I'm just saying that God
the fact is like the people,
the existence
like,
of other deities.
You know what I mean? The fact that what I'm trying to say, that the Judaic tradition, that they're claiming there's only one God, right?
Right.
And they're claiming that that God gave them that thing, but those things predated them, existed in other places, closely resembled them. But prior to that, they were always they're praising many gods. And then the continuing of that narrative is, okay, this exists, God came down to me, but it looks a lot like this, and that had nothing to do with it, because prior to that, the Zoroastrianism, that deity was among a pantheon of gods, and then he came down and told him, I'm the only one God, and all the lesser gods were essentially what we consider like kind of angels in a way. So yeah. It's too familiar, it's too close. It's like I wrote a book, and then somebody else took my book and kind of like chimed in on the book and said that's their book.
Yeah.
No, it's not your book. It's my book. You copy my book.
Right.
It's plagiarism.
I mean,
so I'm saying that Judaic tradition is plagiarism.
I'll say this. Look, I'll add it then. Majority, a lot of religions nowadays are plagiarism. You can say all of the inflections of Christianity from a Pentecostal and all of those different places are plagiarism. They're picking and choosing what they want to end up believing, dependent wherever is in the Bible. You can say that. As well as, if you want to go further back, I was saying it earlier. I was talking about how some of that is even plagiarized from Egypt. And you can look up Heru, Horus, the whole setup there, with literally saying Horus was also born of a virgin as well, too, from his mother Isis and things of that sort. So
there's this movie that actually talks about that in the beginning. It's called Zeitgeist. What's up?
What?
No, it's because the first word you said, that's why I just went with it. You said the movie was called the word is called fuck.
I couldn't remember the name of it. But Zeitgeist, it talks about how like all these religions, basically the God was born, the God or whatever was born in a certain time, was born of a virgin, was born of things. I'm not saying these are predates of the Hebrew tradition. So I mean, this is what my point is. My point is this: you can't claim that knowledge and belief system that other people have is like it's different or like not valid. You know, it pre-exists you. Who are
Right.
you to come and say, "Oh, this is the truth"?
Right.
But your truth is reinterpreted.
Right.
So how am I gonna? Why should I believe your truth versus somebody else's truth when it's more ancient and it comes from a more pure source, in my opinion, because it's coming close to when men started thinking about these things.
I mean, if you want to get into all of it, all of this stuff all of this comes from Yoruba tradition. At the end of the day, a lot of these stories come from Yoruba, which is the oldest religion in existence right now.
And let me tell you something.
And of course, we call it, like most people call it, voodoo. It's not voodoo, you know, but it goes by, you know, different names. But Yoruba is the original name. You know, I think in Latin culture, it's, you know, Santeria, you know, and it's other names.
No, exactly, Santeria, like in Spanish tradition.
But it all comes from the Yoruba culture, and Christianity, Islam, you know, Judaism, all borrow from Yoruba. So,
well, we
need to go back to that.
The cradle of civilization, and where civilization was created and language was created. Of course, everything's going to come out of there is going to be interpretations of that. It makes sense,
right?
Yeah, like, but I feel like
we should all pray. We should all you know, pray to Oshun, and you know, instead of like all these other guys that come out of here trying to tell us that they're the real God. Why not?
Right.
I mean, hold on, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm hearing what everybody's saying here. When it comes down to it, you know, we can have a million opinions about how religion is going, left, right, backward, whatever. The fact of the matter is, it's not going to be resolved in 1 2 hour discussion. No. You know, this is just the beginning of many more discussions to come about it. You know, because let's look at the facts here. There are a lot of people that still believe in the religions that they were brought up on. You know, and if a lot more people that I personally know, you know, they were up on here, you know, and we were speaking how we were speaking. I know some of them, we would really have an argument in this piece because, like,
I know, I wanted
me too. I was looking forward to that, man.
So was I.
I'm waiting to come out and say something. I was about that smoke today.
Well, Chicken and Beef said, "I'm not taking no religious advice from a vampire. Fuck out of here."
Well, if I'm older than you, then maybe you should believe the shit I say. I mean, you know, how old are you? Like 30 years old, 40 years old?
He's been around the block a few times, man.
Been around the block a few times.
Kira said, "I want to fight." Well, who you fighting? Get out of here. Anyway, we got a question here. We got a question. Let's see here. Benny, she's like, 2 Kings, 15:16. Is that what you were referring to, Steph?
Wait, which part?
Oh, so you know, Second Kings. That verse.
Yeah, 2 Kings, 15:16.
2 Kings. There is a verse in 2 Kings, but I don't think it's from there. I have to find it. I don't know where I put it.
Well, yeah, why you finding that? Like, listen, guys, you know, like, I just want to say, yo, we respect everybody's opinion of religious belief, whatever they may be, you know, but we're just talking from, like, what we see and from what we know, you know, and from what we highly believe, you know, and like, yo, we all went this religious route, and there's some of us that question it. There's some of us that want to stay away from it. There's some of us, like myself, who just wants a personal relationship with, you know, the higher power without having to go through religion, you know.
Middleman.
Yeah, like on some middleman stuff, like you said. And like I said, me personally, like, that's why I like to stay away from it. Like, and you know, it's crazy, right? I remember one time I was on a date with this chick, right? She was a Haitian chick. She was a 7-day Adventist. And I don't know. I must have been like 19, 20 or whatever. But like, I remember we was driving. We was in the car, whatever. I was, you know, I had like a 1988 Oldsmobile 88. We was driving. We was on the highway. She was like, "So I'm a 7-day Adventist." So I was like, "Yo, I heard that Seventh-day Adventists, they don't shower. Be like they don't shower. I used to hear some wild stuff about Seventh-day Adventists, like they don't shower every 2-3 days or something. They don't take a bath every day, like maybe once, twice a week. Some craziness. And she started laughing. She was like, I took a shower. But anyway, like, she was like, so what religion are you? I was like, well, I study Muslim religion, but right now I don't know what path I'm gonna take. She said, oh, you a Muslim? I'm like, I didn't say I was a Muslim. I said I study Muslim religion. Like I'm studying. I'm really thinking about getting into it at the time. Yo, do you know, as soon as we got to our destination, she wanted to really like cancel the date right then and there because I can't go out with no Muslim. I had to literally sit there and explain to her throughout half the course of the night that I am studying Muslim religion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. No, I'm just saying
it's that difficult. You should have just cut the date off yourself. Well, give me this much grief. And you know what? Maybe you should go home.
Because it's I was on a prize.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was 19 and like she had a body, so I was trying to hit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, like I'm not gonna sit here on IG and lie to y'all about this. Like, I was like, she was cute. I was trying to hit. Like, she did smell good that day too. I was trying to, I ain't gonna lie. But listen.
That shower, man. That's for you.
Hey, you know what?
She said, you know what? The guy, I'm not supposed to take this shower, but I'm gonna take the shower.
Oh my God.
That's not very Muslim of me. Well, I said once again, at that time I studied Muslim religion. I really was gonna be on the verge of trying to become a Muslim, but like I said, there was certain things within that religion that I just didn't personally I didn't rock with. Like for instance, I heard that they can have many wives and stuff like that. Me, I'm a monogamous person. I just like to be with one woman. But with that, I remember I had some friends like in Muslim and even the 5% nation, nation of gods and herbs. They were like, yo, son, yeah, you have many chicks, man. I had many chicks. This, that, the third. Hey, yo, man, you know what? Yo, fuck all that. Like fuck all that. What is it? Monogamy shit. Monogamy ain't for black people. Like what? Like I'm like monogamy. Why do you have to put? Why you have to put it in that demographic, like to be like, oh well, this is not for this person, this is not for that person. Nigga,
this is another thing. Why do you need a religion to tell you what you can do or can't do?
Exactly.
You know what you got to do.
Yeah, you want to be with multiple people. Be with multiple people. You don't need a religion to tell you, oh, it's okay. Go ahead and do that. You got it. Like
I think the thing is, the problem is that we've been so indoctrinated to rules, and that comes from religion too. To say, oh, we gotta follow certain rules. And I feel like if you're not hurting anybody and everybody's honest with whatever you do in life, then what does it matter? If you're not murdering motherfuckers, you're not stealing from people, and you're being truthful to everybody involved, then why do you have to follow these rules?
Right.
The rules that somebody I don't even know exist.
Yeah. So look.
Are you right?
And in one of my religion classes, which was tying all like world religions together, and I do want to put that question out there, but before I do, one of the definitions for religion was basically the connection, or that wanting to connect back to something that is greater than yourself. And that's what a lot of folks are using religion is to connect them, not only to people. We keep coming up with, for me, I keep always seeing connections always a thing with a lot of this stuff, to feel that they're valid, feel that they're a part of something that's larger than themselves. Like let's say Catholics say that they're part of the body of Christ. Like someone is the head, there's the arm. Like they coming up feeling like they again Voltron over here, transforming when they come together. Yeah, all of that. And but then for me, when I looked at the word religion, like I'm trying to play with words, but I'm still figuring it out. For me, I found the setup of rely on, and basically religion being something that people need to rely on, things that to help them take care of all of their needs and all of their struggles, but put no work or no effort in to get better themselves. So ultimately, to me, I see using it as a crutch when honestly it's supposed to be a building block for you then, which I'll say this too, and I go back to my question, is the acronym for Bible. The acronym for Bible, not the one I came up with, but the acronym for the Bible, at least for me and Christian, when I was coming up, was basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
The first word is basic. So that doesn't mean that it's an intermediate, doesn't mean the advanced version. It's just basic instructions before leaving Earth. So that means that that's at least the building foundation. And the rest of the stuff is for you to continue to search and find.
That's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
100% with that.
That's a fact. I'm riding with you on that. Like, but you know, I mean, like, listen, guys, like, I'm like this, man. When I remember when we first sat down and we talked about this particular episode, and I'm not gonna sit there. A lot of the people, I was very uneasy about it at first and I'm never uneasy about any topic. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck personally. Like, for those who know, y'all know I don't care. But when it comes to religion or whatever, I feel sometimes that's a touchy subject because there are certain people who I've seen the most, let's say it like this, I've seen the most so-called educated, serious person, you know, act like a little bitch because of religion. You know, like a straightforward person act like a kid because of religion, because they can't, you know, they can't handle, you know, what a person talks about when it comes to religion. They're so shook about it. It's like, if you like, well, you know what? Wait, what happened? Oh, you laughing about what Quest said?
Yep.
Like, all right, so let's read Quest shit, B. Like, let's read Quest.
No, but continue yours. Get back to your point and then let Quest come in.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was going to read Quest real quick. But anyway,
how far are we into this, though?
We about to be almost 2 hours going in, but might as like.
Well, this is a 2 hour episode. This is a 2 hour episode.
I found the verse that I was referring to also.
Well, go ahead.
It's in the book of Numbers. Chapter
Book of
5.
Numbers.
It's the test of an unfaithful wife.
Hey, yo, Quest, you want to come in here too? You want to sit there and comment on shit? Bring your ass up in here. Like,
let Quest come in because I got to use the restroom. If he's going to come in, I'll jump out.
Well, yeah, because Eric just let us know that he has to piss.
I know, Eric, you're supposed to be getting it, right? I'm supposed to leave.
Yep. Oh, man, I can't do that if I have to use the bathroom. I'm going to be focused on using the restroom.
Hey, yo, Quest, come in so he can use the bathroom and shit. You know what I'm saying? People love to manipulate the word. Okay, cool.
I'll chime in.
No, there's nobody manipulating the word. You know what I'm saying? At least not on here.
There are people manipulating the word. Even the very people that use the word.
No, not here. Not here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, you're right. You're 100% right. You know. But what just to finish what I was saying is that the reason why we do this is
I know you're the same me.
The reason why we do this, the reason why I was like, all right, you know what, let's rock with it, is because there has to be a line that has to be crossed so we can have proper dialogue about this. There are a lot of shows that you know, shows maybe you don't know, that are very uneasy about doing episodes about religion because it touches people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something about touching the wrong way. There's motherfuckers that touch a lot of shit the wrong way and get away with it. So if we touch something that really needs to be touched, now we the villains? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do this for the people. I told you when I first started Random Thoughts, when Random Thoughts was our idea, I wanted to do it for the people, to open up an uncomfortable dialogue. Because it needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Shit like this needs to happen. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about. And I like to thank everybody who at least is, like, who's looking at this logically, who's looking at this, say with logic and respect. You know what I'm saying? Don't come off crazy. Because like, we're gonna have a lot more uncomfortable discussions like this, going forward. And I hope you guys could, continue to respect that. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't respect that, bring their asses up in here, and then we go ahead and get it popping. we are about the fuckery. # support dummy shit. Like, yo, I wasn't playing when I said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and Quest wants to come in. So Eric or Ed, who wants to go out?
I'll drop out. I'll chime in on the comments.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, the question that I have, and we're gonna probably referencing later, is really what are the core teachings and values that you can take away from various religions? That's what I really want to know.
What up, Quest?
What up?
What's going on?
Yo, you look focused, my man. You look real focused, like you about to rip somebody a new asshole or something, man.
Are you
Nope.
You ready?
I am at work.
Oh, dang. All right. No,
That's
that's
all right.
cool. I'm glad you could join.
The truth doesn't hide behind a work schedule.
Yeah.
It is. So what's going? So what would you like to say, Quest? Because I know you're ready to say some shit, boy.
So, in fairness, I admit, I'm assuming an hour and a half of this at least.
Yeah.
Because I saw a request earlier, like saying, "Hey, pop on and just watch whatever." So, in fairness, I really don't know what's been said. So I got to make that a disclosure, because if I touch on something or if I revert on something or whatever the case is, it's basically, I don't know what you guys talked about up to this point.
Okay.
Let's give you a quick review then. We were talking basically about a lot of shit referring to the Bible. A lot of Steph made some points about abortion and how God believes in abortion and Sodom and Gomorrah.
Believe, but it supports
God does not believe in abortion. There's no scripture that states that God believes in abortion.
Yes, the Book of Numbers does. There's a very descriptive part.
Continue.
Yeah, before you do, all right, keep with the points. What's the other points?
But go ahead.
All right, no, all right. Then
Continue. Go ahead.
The other thing.
Did he freeze?
Numbers chapter 5, verse what is that? 11 through 31.
Good.
That it describes two types of abortion.
You gotta love it, Killer.
Describe it.
You gotta love it.
It's for a woman that's suspected to be unfaithful to her husband.
Okay.
So, you want me to read it? Let me look for it.
Get they ass, Quest. Kira, you know where I'm trying to start right now, right? We okay, cool.
So you were making points though before it looked like you turned into the Buddha.
Huh?
Oh, you talking about? Oh yeah, no, yeah. He was
Yeah.
asking you lyrics.
He just stopped, and all of a sudden, all I saw was this.
No, but no, I want you. No,
He stopped breathing.
I ain't stopped breathing. I do that from time to time. I do dumb shit.
No. I'm just saying, because you were talking about the points, and I made a comment. I was going to hear more
I was
points.
talking about the points, and then Steph was gonna get into it because remember Steph was hosting the show.
No,
today.
I'm just.
No.
To the verse.
No, because I'm pretty sure that's not all you spoke about.
No, we didn't.
Oh no, we spoke about a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
Like stuff that we also talk about, like the war in Ukraine, like the war with Ukraine and all that other shit too.
So you talking about Revelation?
Sodom and Gomorrah. We talked about, yeah, we talked about
and how multiple points in the Bible, as far as what's happening now, can be depicted in Matthew and in other places where it's discussing the whore of Babylon, which is supposed to be either the Vatican or the United States or Israel. Depending on where you look in the Bible will dictate where it is, because the United States was never discussed because the Bible was based on the geographical locations that were derived then. So when you think about the whore of Babylon and what's going to happen to whore of Babylon, it can truly be depicted as either Israel, because it was mentioned in historical terms that she was the whore, because everything was going through her, and how the religion basis of everything went through there and how they were so corrupt. It could also be determined because Romans were there and how they backed certain beliefs, that the Vatican was described as the whore of Babylon because they controlled and they manipulated a lot of the things back then that went into the Dark Ages, and how the Vatican was so manipulative, and how they were money hungry, and how they were bloodthirsty. So If you want to get into historical events, we can also go into where a lot of other things came into place, like Freemasonry and things of that nature, and why it became so outlawed in the Vatican and all that other stuff. But that could be an entire other piece. So as you can see, I can go into historical backgrounds and how things connect as well, and we'll be here for another 3 hours. I don't want to do that. But so let me go into the basic statement that I made prior.
All right, cool.
Where I stated that the word gets manipulated. First of all, the original word, we all must agree, is not. Yeah.
If I may, before you start, and then we're talking about this. So,
yeah.
What do you identify, religion wise? So at least we can get that straight.
Okay, so I grew up Roman Catholic, and I am a Christian. Okay. I identify as a Christian.
Okay.
However, that does not necessarily impede my thought process because I've read the Quran. Oh, yeah, I've read the Torah. Yeah. No. I'm just putting it out there. So, there's a reason why I did that, because I had friends when I hit my early 20s that would go to, the mosque and pray. And I was like, hey, why do you guys have this? Why do you guys have that? So I was inquisitive. And instead of just asking a million questions and them going through it, some of my friends, I will greet them properly. Those who follow, different faiths, I greet them how they're supposed to be greeted properly. And it's not out of disrespect, it's out of respect. Whether I follow the teachings or not, I'm respecting you, and I'm respecting what your thought process is and how you perceive things to be. It may not be I agree. I don't have to agree with you. And that's the problem people have. People, especially in this new generation, these millennials, who have this mindset of where it has to be kumbaya, and if you don't think the way I think, then you're the enemy.
Exactly.
So hold on, wait. I'm going somewhere with that. Where if you don't think the way I think, you're the enemy. That is the problem that a lot of people are having now.
Yeah.
For example, who you vote for doesn't determine whether or not you have a friend or not. It just determines on whether or not you have the same political standpoint. That's number one. People's personal views on, and I'm about to get real touchy here because of the clientele that we have on this Zoom and people the Zoom, this IG, or the people who we know. My bad. Okay.
He's the pastor now.
What people think about the idea of gender identification, what people perceive, as far as what a man and a woman actually is. Does it go by DNA or does it go by what you want to be seen as? And that's touchy as shit because I know Steph is here. But at the end of the day, there are people who will sit there like, yo, Steph, you're a woman, and that's it. I'm referring to you as that. I don't give a fuck what you say because you're a woman. Steph will be like, you're going to refer to me to how I feel comfortable because this is what I want. And it's not about whether or not one's right or one's wrong because there's a standpoint for both. But at the end of the day, there is a truth, and then there's what you would like. So the truth doesn't change. People's perceptions of the truth is what they perceive for themselves. So when people say like, oh, my truth doesn't say that, this is my truth. No, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a position to say, this is what I view for me, and that's comfortable for me, and that's it. Like, this may or may not cause an issue. But do I believe that men and women who want to join as a union should have the same benefits and rights as everybody else? Absolutely. Because as the Bible states, there's man law and then there's God's law. I'm not going to sit here and determine what one person should feel and one should not feel. However, do I think that a religious ceremony should pass through when it comes to certain things? No. I believe that there's a separation of both.
Gotcha.
But one should live how they want to live. I'm not going to determine how I feel about you as a person based on how you live, unless you're killing people.
Right.
Then that's up to you and God to decide, because at the end of the day, if you're hurting somebody, not just based on me, not just based on moral standards, not based on what society says, but based on the fact that, you know what, you're just a POS, and it's not me. Because if I go out there and like, yo, I shot this person because they were a pedophile, well, that person deserved to die. That person deserved to be punished.
Quest.
All right, I got a question.
Hold on, Quest. You said
I touched on a lot of things, but go ahead.
You meant piece of shit, right? That's what it meant.
POS, yeah.
And then Quest.
Thank you.
Say this too. I wanted to say this too because I go back and forth with this a lot. Figuring out. I'm still on there. then who's the ultimate authority over what truth is and what truth isn't?
So I know where you're going with this question, and I'm going to answer it directly. So the truth, the light, and the way is God, the creator of everything. There is a truth. Man's law, what we decide happens here, is based on us because we were given free will. We were given free will to choose one way or the other, life or death, right or wrong. We have the ability to choose. So what we make here has nothing to do with God's law. It has to do with man's law. So people have to also separate the two. We live by laws that were created by a man, an individual who said we must follow these, because if you don't follow these rules, here is the ramification. So I drive on the right side of the street instead of the left because that is a law. That it doesn't say anything anywhere that says I must. It just says that if I don't follow this rule, I'm going to get penalized. So man can create laws to put people in line to say, well, we're going to do it this way, and if society agrees to it, then it's a law based of society's wants and needs. So when I look at things, there are things that we do to maintain ourselves as a society, and we follow man's law, but there's a difference between both.
That's a very powerful point, man.
For example, censorship on social media now. Who does that? A man, somebody goes there and says, I don't want that to be said. I don't want that to be viewed because it doesn't follow what I want on here. So you're going to do what I want. And if not, you're going to get penalized. You're going to get kicked off. I'm going to ban you. You're going to have, restrictions and all that stuff. Why? Because somebody says that that's what they want. And it's the same thing when it comes to religion. I used to truly believe that all these different religions, because there's really 12 major religions in the world, 12 major ones that have lasted the test of time, 12 major ones that have pushed overall. Whether they're major religions like Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, there's 12 major ones. People have made arguments like, hey, listen, you know what? There were 12 original disciples that went out and spoke to different parts of the world, and this is what happened. This is where it came from. Well, you know what? That may be. I wasn't there. I can't guarantee that. All I know is that it could be. But what one person says isn't the bond, because if your spiritual connection with God is strong enough, and when you read the Bible, it really reads you if you're reading it properly. If you're reading it like a book, you'll get information. If you're reading it to search and find truth and light, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Torah, you're going to find truth and light, and you're going to find that it actually begins to read you. Quest.
Forgive me for interrupting, but Ed, he just wanted me to let you know that YouTube has
for
so
some reason
many questions.
You guys are very low now. I don't know what happened.
Like I don't know. Like I know our volume straight here.
YouTube got so
YouTube. I don't know what happened. I can't hear you guys really well. Can you kick me out and then request me to come back in, because apparently I can barely hear you.
Well, see, the thing is, we about to shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
You came in late, man.
Yeah, you came in late.
My bad. I am at work though. My bad.
No, it was good to see you, bro. It was good to see you, man.
No, of course. I mean, listen. We can chop this up off base if you want. That's fine.
Well, no, we're gonna have a part 2 to this, man. Like we'll let you know when the part 2 come through, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. I apologize.
Right.
The phone going in and out. It's just I don't know, for some reason I don't have you on speaker anymore, so I'm putting it so I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. I'm sorry, man, but we're gonna wrap this up with the final thoughts. So
all right.
Yeah. So do you have any final thoughts before you leave?
What do you think?
Well,
yes. So all right. So my final thought is this: we can create for ourselves here an ideal situation by enforcing the standpoint and foundation of understanding and compassion towards another. We don't have to agree on everything, but we have to as brothers and sisters under whatever tapestry you want to put us under, we must be there for each other no matter what our differences are, because at the end of the day, the purpose of being in life and finding our purpose in life is being there for others and lifting each other up.
I can agree with that.
I can go more on that, but I'll leave on that note.
All right, well, thank you very much, man. Like, thank you very much, Coach. Man, those some great words, my man. Like, seriously. Yo, but we hopefully,
Rich.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Listen, I apologize for coming in so late, but maybe next time you guys do it, maybe I'll pop on early and I'll be on one of the screens, and hopefully I don't bump anybody out, because I know Eric, he likes to be on here too, so maybe we can figure something out.
Well, no. Like the next time we have this, we have the part 2, whatever. We'll be on a different line, so we'll be on a different service.
We'll be going
sounds good.
StreamYard,
through StreamYard more likely. So
just touch base with me, either one of you three. Let me know. If you want to chop it up off here too. You know how to contact me.
Yes, most definitely, man. Let's get our Famous Ramos back in here, and we'll holler at you later.
All right, man.
Thank you. All right. Well, I guess we wait for
you gotta do it.
To come back. Yeah. You gotta. Oh, I gotta do it. All right. Cool. Right.
How do I bump myself off?
No, I got you.
Okay.
Or you can do the X in the corner too. Yeah. But,
Yeah. I got you. I got you, sir.
Got Fresh Prince though.
Yo, we got Fresh Prince. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get Famous Ramos in here so he can. Yeah, Ramos. You got any final thoughts, man?
Based on what? There was a lot going on in there. I'm gonna
based on it as a whole. As a whole, do you have? Yes, as a whole.
As a whole, I stay to the kind of statement I said before. Take what you need from something and throw the rest out. Because the thing is that you can never verify something to 100%.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? These religions, these stories, whatever you want to call them, the text, the scripture, there's nothing in there. And second thing I want to say, everything was written by man. We can say it's by divinity that influenced them, but there's no truth. We cannot verify this. If we're going to be intellectuals and people who are of logic, there's no logic that this is through a divinity, through a tunnel. It only is that man sat down and wrote these things down. So like I said, this is not an attack on any religion, but take everything with a grain of salt. And I think, take everything that resonates with you and apply it to your life the way you need it to. Because at the end of the day, all these religions teach one thing, that love, right? Love your fellow man, love each other, love yourself. Make the world a better place for the most part, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Admins, final thoughts?
Steph, you got something to say?
No,
We're talking about the New Testament. We're talking about the New Testament. The teachings of Jesus are essentially the teachings of Buddha.
Oh, I wanted to break that down so bad, but no, Advis, go ahead.
My final thought is, and I agree with Eric with definitely taking what works for you. Because again, I mean, shouts out to Prince in here, but I definitely have to respectfully disagree that, there's not only one way to do things. Because if that was the case, then that means everybody and their mama would be doing that, and supposedly things would be a utopian society and everything, etc. But just know that everybody's different down to our genetics, and your way may be going left, another person's way may be going right. That doesn't mean it's either right or wrong. It's just a different path that's being taken. And if it helps you to be a moral, upstanding, and good person at the end of the day, I still say go for it. We may not agree on the teachings and how things may be displayed and used, because we have our extremists on both sides. But if we can come to that, that middle ground to at least have reasonings. I like using the word a lot, reasoning. So I can know your reason for why you subscribe to the religion or the thought that you have. That gives me a better understanding and understanding where you're coming from. So there's no back and forth disses, attacks, and things of that sort. Because again, I'm not trying to convert nobody. I don't think any of us all are trying to convert somebody. We're just trying to uproot your core of why you believe or why you really look into what you believe in. Because for some of us, like for me, I only got into a lot of this because my family always kept going to church. I never took on religion or took on my quote unquote faith because I wanted to do it. It was because everybody else around me was doing it. So ultimately, you make the choice of how you want to live your life, whether if that is a religion that helps you to boost that, but just keep the clear side and don't get confused with all the jibber jabber of the words and this is right, has to be translated or has to be said this way or that way. Find what works for you and keep it pushing.
That's a great point right there, man. Steph, before you get to yours, I'd just like to say thank you very much for hosting this. Thank you for putting the idea out there. The idea out there, and we're definitely gonna have a part 2 to this. We're gonna definitely have a part 2 to this.
Let's.
So, yeah, but it's gonna be next. It's more like it's gonna be like the next season of next 2 seasons or some shit, but not this time. Like we gonna let this shit soak right here until the next season. Yeah, we gonna work. Yeah,
I wanted more fire, man. What happened to the fire?
I know.
It
was coming in. It was
lazy.
I wanted to fight it too.
But the firemen were already there. The firemen were already at the scene.
But Quest had to go. What do you want me to say? Like, yo, we had to wrap it up. Like, anyway.
Came in late.
Yeah, exactly.
Messed up the whole plan of attack.
Look it, and then YouTube again was getting on Quest for a number of things. I'm not even gonna lie to you. These questions, they was like, yo, ask him this, yo, ask him that. See, like this, bro. It was just like I was trying. So shouts out to Tennessee Williams as well as Sunflower Sky. Like, thank y'all for like all of the support as well as Redemption. Everybody who came through. Next time we'll get the questions. Hopefully y'all be here.
Yo, Sunflower
you know what? We should have made this
Sky was getting in about Mormonism too.
Yeah, Mormonism and Scientology.
You know what?
Scientology, man.
I wanted to say some things.
Guys, before you make it, because we're gonna get to you. The next one we're gonna make a 3-hour. We gotta make it a 3-hour show because I love just like the dialogue and people wanting to come in. So yo, guys, the next one, I guarantee you, it gotta be a 3-hour episode, man. Because I wanted Quest to come in and start the fire. That's why I was standing back like a Buddhist. I was waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? But Steph, go ahead.
Oh, first of all, this is for Kira. I just can't give up now. And that's all I'm gonna give you right now. I want my favorites though. I want my favorites.
Jesus.
Well, my
Thank you very much. Jesus. Jesus.
I see heart eyes, Steph.
Oh man.
And I see my effing God, Steph. Like, oh man. Like, I think, I'm right.
That's ridiculous.
Woo!
Just the taste.
Yeah, Steph was born by the weather. Steph was born by the river.
That's how I know God is real.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Karen, did you feel that Holy Ghost stuff?
Hey, I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to New York soon. So, yeah, we need to see each other.
Yeah, you damn sure need to see her, man. But anyway, listen. Final thoughts, Steph. You know what I'm saying? Final thoughts.
No. So, wait.
I knew it. I knew you.
You flustered? You fluttered? You flustered? You. What's going on, Steph? You can't even sit straight.
Yeah. She said she got wet. Is that the Holy Ghost? You damn right. That's the Holy Ghost. Boy, all up and down that ass. Boy, you hear me?
Now we can make it personal the next time I come up. We can get more personal with that.
Yeah. Get more personal with that away from this shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all stupid.
Man, my final thought. Well, yeah, I got a bunch of thoughts now. Yeah, but in regards to this particular topic, there's so much going on in this country right now. There's a war going on a morality war going on in this country and in other parts of the world. But I think we're more closely affected about regarding what's going on in here, especially in Florida and in Texas. Like they are going wild. They are going wild with religion, with these taking away rights to abortion, with demonizing and making trans individuals because in this country they're starting trials now and like holding them guilty because they want to affirm something they believe in, which is their medical right. It's just there's so much going on, and there's supposed to be a separation of church and state in this country. And if the Republicans had it their way, they would be fused together. Like state and religion would be one and the same, and that's something as an American, someone that reads up on many things, including the Constitution. That's not the way we should be running things. I don't think weaponizing religion is just not the way to go. I'm with you all, with Ad, with Eric, with lyrics when I say like love is the answer. Love is the way we need more love and understanding when it comes to just how we run this country, because there's too much policing over people's bodies, over people's rights to live the way they want to live. There's too much of that. There's too much oversight. And I wanted to have this conversation about religion because that's a big problem in this country. It really is. It's been a problem for centuries. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this particular topic. And love is the answer, man. Think for yourself. Think for yourself before thinking becomes illegal.
Adult Police, 1984.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna be realistic, man. Like I think thinking will never be illegal. If it is, fuck who made that law or who's about to make that law. Because I'm always gonna think. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Steph. Thank you, Adviz, and thank you, Famous Ramos, for your final thoughts. My final thought is, more so, like I said, I was very uncomfortable speaking about this, but now, just listening to everybody's dialogue, to the dialogue of the whole show, and like how people are like just getting involved in talking about this. I'm like this, man. We are definitely gonna have a part 2 about this because it needs to be discussed further in detail. And I really want people part 2. When I think that might be actually the first episode of season 3. I might just run with that, on the first episode of season 3.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about, I was gonna talk about, but I might move that to like episode 3 or some shit. I don't know, but like this is something that I really, really wanted to put out there to go against everybody's better judgment. Because like I said, when I talk to other people about this, like I'm talking about outside of this, they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done. You shouldn't do this episode because it's gonna be so touchy and that. You have to tread lightly when it comes to that." Then I'm not gonna lie to you. These people almost talked me out of doing this episode. But then I had to think about it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Because this has to be discussed. Like RanDumb Thoughtz is literally about crossing the line and speaking about shit that people are very uncomfortable speaking about. Mm-hmm. This is part of the reason why this was created. Like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no Facebook, Instagram jail, or no other jail that these social media sites ain't no canceling enough that y'all can do you can't cancel the problems that are going on in the United States of America. You can't cancel the problem that religion is bringing towards all of us.
Yep.
You can't cancel none of that shit. Fuck you, cancel culture. You're suck a dick, like I said. You know what I'm saying?
In the circumstances which thereof.
In the circumstances which thereof, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, man, because like, yo,
we love you, Kira.
I really, we love that. We love Kira, man. Like Kira's, you know what I'm saying? I got your name right this time, Kira, yo. But anyway, like I said, like, to end it, show love to everybody, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just about everybody, whatever, however you guys live your life. Just live your life to the best of your ability, man. If you believe in God, cool. If you believe in some type of religion that's bettering your life and all that, cool. But do not try to put the words on somebody that don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? If you try to force, and that's another thing that we're going to really get in depth of when it comes to, an episode about religion part 2. People like these people pushing religion on you. Don't push your religion on anybody. Yo, back off. If that person want to join your religion, cool. If they don't, back the fuck up.
Right.
Plain and simple. Right. I shouldn't have to say it any other way. I come at it very real, huh?
No, to continue, and I was going to add in after that.
Yeah, like, yo, and I'm coming at you very realistic when I say, man, listen, this is the way of the world. Unfortunately, this is what we got to deal with. But hopefully, we can make something better just by respecting everybody's space, everybody's religion. If you don't got a religion, everybody's choice to not have a religion. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of atheist niggas and shit, man. Like, yo, them atheists, man.
Hey! Don't talk about my folks. Hey, some of them are my best friends.
All right, well, shout out to the atheist niggas that's your best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here, we are also selective. You know what I'm saying? Laura, like, Laura, you already know what it is, Laura. We fuck with you out of favoritism. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with you. You know what I mean? But, like, for the rest of the atheist niggas that we don't fuck with, man, like, we don't fuck with y'all, man. You know what I mean? I'm just being 100 about it. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, just show love, B. Show love, man. Fuck if you got religion or not. Like, whatever, man. Like, I'm into spirituality, but I respect everybody, and I'm just show love, B. That's it. You know what I'm saying, man? No matter who you are, what you are, none of that, just show love, B.
The Brooklyn West. Exactly.
I don't care.
No, the BX thing, man. Fuck out of here. Like,
love the Brooklyn West. Don't
BX in the building, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Look, and then last thing is, please.
BX in the building, like I said, man.
Please get in touch with your spirit and yourself. Get yourself right. Because then once you're able to get yourself right, you'll be able to see all of this stuff, be able to connect and really understand really what is love and where all of this all interconnects and just listening. Because at the end of the day, we all here trying to connect and we're just trying to just listen and be heard. So please get in touch with your spirit, because they say it's a spiritual war. I mean, I feel religion doesn't touch too much on spirit. It relies too much on the middleman. But again, at the end of the day, if it helps you to get to that spiritual side and help you to get in touch with yourself so that you can find the ways for you to thrive and live in life, please do so. Because then once you make yourself better, you make us better, which then ultimately we all can create and continue to grow. So please do.
And that's the end of this episode. Tune in next week when episode 2-11, we are going back into the Battle of the Sexes with part 7, unhealthy relationships. We're going to be talking about all types of relationships, not just monogamous or open or whatever have you. We're going to be talking about all types of relationships, even family relationships, just unhealthy relationships in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, this is between men and women, or women, men and men, whatever. We're going to be talking about unhealthy relationships in that entirety. So, for Famous Ramos, Adviz, Stephanie Gale, who is our special guest host, you know what I'm saying? And a part of the panel, you know what I'm saying, part of the fam, you already know. It's the LYR to the ICS's lyrics. We are signing off. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Good night, guys. All right.